This Indie Impulse is not going to focus on a single pay-per-view event or a recap of a show, but instead it will be focusing on the rumors of AEW. For those of you that do not know, AEW is All Elite Wrestling, which is Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks promotion. Within recent weeks, the Young Bucks themselves, Cody himself, Brandy Rhodes, Christopher Daniels, Scorpio Sky, Kazarian, Jungle Boy, and Chris Jericho have all signed, but that is not enough to fill a roster. So now the question is, who else will be coming to the promotion? People like Kenny Omega, Brian Pillman Jr., The Kingdom. All these names are being tossed around, but there's also people within WWE who have made remarks on social media about their placement within the company, and it has made people wonder if they will go to AEW. Now, of course, these are just rumors, but I have a list here in front of me that many people believe could possibly go to AEW, or at least AEW is trying to recruit to the company. The top name, of course, being The Revival, the great tag team from NXT who has not had the best of luck since coming to the main roster. This is because of their terrible booking and having to face teams like the Lucha House Party. Now, The Revival came out on Raw one week with hashtag FTR, which, for those of you that don't know, is from the Being the Elite show ran by the Young Bucks, and their in-joke of fuck the Revival. Now, it is interesting to see this, and then the fact that the Revival have filed a copyright for hashtag FTR, so they could, if going to AEW or even the Indies, wrestle as Forever the Revival. But when news broke that they requested their release, they were not the only ones that requested their release. Others requesting their release, per rumor, is Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler has floundered since holding his world titles. He, of course, has won U.S. titles, Intercontinental titles, most recently a Tag Team Championship with Drew McIntyre, and making it to the finals of the Best in the World tournament. But Dolph has not been happy, and it seems WWE is not happy with them because they wanted him to be a producer instead of an on-air talent, which is strange since Dolph Ziggler really is not that old and hasn't had that long of a career. This has led many people to believe that Dolph requested his release since they do not want him to wrestle. Now, of course, he does do his comedy shows, so it'd be nice to take a break, but wrestling is what Dolph loves. And with Dolph being such good friends with Cody Rhodes, it'd be no shock to see him leave. Another person that supposedly asked for their release, or other people, are the Canales/Bennetts, Mike Bennett and Maria Canales. Now, Mike Bennett was a pivotal part in Ring of Honor as a member of the Kingdom and eventual leader of the Kingdom. And Maria has been one of the best valets/managers in wrestling in some time. But their gimmick in WWE as the Power of Love just has not been good. And he got moved, he being Mike, got moved to 205 Live after cutting weight, and he has done absolutely nothing there. I thought maybe Maria would be the new 205 manager and give him perks and treatment, but nothing has really happened. So these guys, of course, also rumored to have requested their release. Now, with the Revival, Dolph, and the Bennetts, it's being said that WWE is not letting any of them go. This is no shock because the WWE doesn't want to lose some of their bigger men and women to the rival promotion. Now, it is being rumored that the men and women that requested their releases are going to be getting pushes now. And this shows the Revival is supposed to be the new face of the tag division. Maybe Dolph Ziggler will do more than an Intercontinental or U.S. title. Maybe Mike Bennett will win a Cruiserweight Championship. Even Maria coming back and winning a Women's Championship. That's being reported by many sources that we will see the treatment of Mike Bennett and Maria at the Royal Rumble, because Mike Bennett and Maria were supposed to host a network program, but now they are not, and they've not been on the road with the WWE. So if they do not appear at the Royal Rumble, whether Mike being in the men's or Maria being in the women's, then we will see that WWE is definitely punishing them for wanting to go to AEW. Hopefully, they do not get punished, as the Revival, Dolph Ziggler, and Mike Bennett are all great talents who have just been underutilized by the WWE programming. Now, besides the superstars who were rumored to request their release, there's also been talks that perhaps Sasha Banks would want to go to AEW when the Revival tweeted about possibly leaving in a sort of subtext tweet. Sasha said, "Take me with you." She has not been used well on Raw. She's always in the middle of the pack for the women, even though she is a great wrestler. So it wouldn't be a surprise to see her go to AEW, especially since Brandy Rhodes is helping to run it, and she is big on both the equality of sex and race. So Sasha would be a great woman to have on the roster, both wrestling style and for Brandy's PR. Another person that is friends with Cody Rhodes that I could see going to AEW would be Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is in the biggest and best shape of his life, but WWE is seemingly not doing anything with him. He recently came out to help Kurt Hawkins, and it seems that they will be fighting the Revival, but unless this leads to a tag title, I don't see Zack really sticking around. The most he has going for him in the past 5 years, he had the Intercontinental Championship for a day, and now he's got that toy show with Kurt Hawkins. The final men that I could see going to AEW is 2 tag teams, the first being the Hardys. They, of course, loved working with the Young Bucks, and with Matt being told he can't wrestle due to his health, and then maybe WWE telling Jeff that he should take it easy on the high flying. Maybe they go to AEW, continue feud with the Young Bucks, get paid to have a lighter schedule. And then finally, I could see the Club going. Not Finn Balor. It seems Finn Balor's getting a push that will skyrocket him on Raw. But I could see AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson all leaving for All Elite. Now, it'd be interesting to see Cody and the Young Bucks, the faces of the new Bullet Club, facing AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, the faces of the old Bullet Club. And the reason I see them going, again, the lighter schedule, it'd be nice for Carl Anderson to be at home with his family. It would give time off for Luke Gallows. And then, again, for his family, it'd be nice for AJ Styles. It's being rumored that he has not signed a new contract with the WWE yet, and it could be because of this All Elite Wrestling. And it would just be nice to see maybe AJ mix it up with Cody, AJ mix it up with Jericho. And as I said, having the club fight each other, and then maybe eventually forming just a super club, and then fighting the New Japan's Guerrillas of Destiny club. Now, of course, these are all just rumors, but there's a big possibility that what the WWE has made a career for in taking talent from other promotions could soon be happening to them. Do you think that these men and women will be used well in AEW if they go? Do you think that there's other WWE talent that should go to AEW? Do you think that I'm completely dead wrong and that nobody will leave WWE because it is the pinnacle of sports entertainment? Well, if you have a response to any of those, email us at our Gmail, ProWrestlingProverbs@gmail.com, or send us a tweet or DM on Twitter at PWProverbs. This, of course, has been an edition of Indy Impulse, the beginnings of the AEW WWE war.